Hello everyone, and welcome back to ACE Cert. Today, we're tackling some key CFA Level 1 practice questions. We'll break down the answers, explain the reasoning, and make sure you're crystal clear on these important concepts. Let's dive in. Question 1. ERISA fiduciaries must adhere to the following prudent procedures. Establish a written investment policy for the plan. Diversify plan assets, make investment decisions with the skill and care of a blank. Monitor investment performance. Control investment expenses. Avoid prohibited transactions. A. Member. B. Supervisor. C. Prudent expert. D. None of these answers. E. Trader. The correct answer is option C, prudent expert. This question relates to the Employee Retirement Income Security Act of 1974, or ERISA. ERISA sets out strict rules for fiduciaries of employee benefit plans, like pension plans. Think of it this way. ERISA fiduciaries are held to a higher standard than the traditional prudent man rule, which just requires an individual to act with the care of an ordinary prudent person. Under ERISA, a fiduciary must act with the skill and care of someone who is an expert in the field. This means they need to possess and apply specialized knowledge and judgment when making investment decisions for the plan. They can't just be average, they need to be an expert. Therefore, options A, B, D, and E are incorrect because they don't reflect this higher standard. Question 2. Under what conditions is Standard 2, B, professional misconduct violated? I, the member is convicted of a misdemeanor. So, the member regularly engages in unprofessional but legal behavior. Third, the member engages in dishonest activities that do not result in criminal conviction. A fee, the member is convicted of a felony. A, 2, 3, and a fee. B, I, 2, and a fee. C, I, 2, 3, and a fee. D, fee only. The correct option here is option A. This question tests your understanding of Standard 2, B, professional misconduct, which is part of the CFA Institute's Code of Ethics and Standards of Professional Conduct. This standard prohibits members from engaging in any dishonest, fraudulent, or deceitful conduct, or committing any act that reflects adversely on their professional reputation, integrity, or competence. Let's break down each statement. I. The member is convicted of a misdemeanor. A single misdemeanor conviction alone does not automatically violate Standard 2B, unless it involves moral turpitude, like lying, cheating, or stealing, or occurs repeatedly. So, if it's a one-off, non-moral turpitude misdemeanor, it might not be a violation. Therefore, simply being convicted of a misdemeanor isn't always a violation without further context. 2. The member regularly engages in unprofessional but legal behavior. Even if behavior is legal, if it's unprofessional and reflects poorly on a member's integrity or reputation, especially if it's a pattern, it can violate Standard 2B. The key here is regularly engages in unprofessional behavior. Third, the member engages in dishonest activities that do not result in criminal conviction. This is a clear violation. Dishonest activities, regardless of whether they lead to a conviction, directly breach the spirit of professional misconduct, which emphasizes integrity and trustworthiness. 4. The member is convicted of a felony. A felony conviction is almost always considered a violation of Standard 2B, because felonies typically involve serious criminal offenses that significantly impact a member's reputation and integrity. Given this, statements 2, the 3rd, and I4 represent conditions under which Standard 2B would be violated. Therefore, option A is the correct answer. Question 3. Social investments. A. Should never be used in pension fund investing. B. In pensions must be well thought out, making sure that such investments are legal and do not impair the integrity of the funds in questions or the financial security of the participants or beneficiaries. C. None of these answers. D. Have yet to be used as an investment in pension funds in the U.S. E. Are proper investment vehicles for pensions, since they are a public good. The correct answer is option B. The core principle for pension fund fiduciaries is their primary duty to the plan participants and beneficiaries. This means their decisions must prioritize the financial security and integrity of the fund for those who will benefit from it. Let's evaluate the options. A. Should never be used in pension fund investing. This is too absolute. While social investments carry specific considerations, they aren't universally prohibited. B. In pensions must be well thought out, making sure that such investments are legal and do not impair the integrity of the funds in questions or the financial security of the participants or beneficiaries. This option perfectly captures the nuanced view. Social investments can be made, but only if they align with the fiduciary's primary duty. They must be legal, and most importantly, they cannot jeopardize the financial health of the fund or its ability to pay out benefits to participants. This aligns with the exclusive benefit rule often found in pension regulations. C. None of these answers. Incorrect, as B is the correct answer. D. Have yet to be used as an investment in pension funds in the U.S. This is factually incorrect. Socially responsible investing, SRI, and environmental, social, and governance, ESG factors are increasingly considered by institutional investors, including pension funds. E. Are proper investment vehicles for pensions, since they are a public good. While social investments might aim for a public good, this alone does not make them proper investment vehicles for a pension fund. The fiduciary's duty is to the beneficiary's financial security, not primarily to public good initiatives if those initiatives compromise financial returns or increase risk without appropriate compensation. Therefore, option B is the most accurate and comprehensive statement regarding social investments in pension funds. For a full list of practice questions, drop an email at acert6@gmail.com. Thanks for watching.